Old Mayor was so highly regarded on the farm that everyone was quite ready to lose an hour's sleep in order to hear what he had to say.
No animal in England knows the meaning of happiness or leisure after he is a year old. No animal in England is free. The life of an animal is misery and slavery. That is the plain truth. But is this simply part of the order nature? It is because the land of ours is so poor that it cannot afford a decent life of those who dwell upon it? No, comrades, 1,000 times no. The soil of England is fertile. Its climate is good. It's capable of affording food in abundance to an enormous greater number of animals than now inhabited.
This was when it all began.
The insect presents Rebellion on the Farm.
We will get back after a commercial break. Thank you.
You have seen this is a really fast and brutal bike. You can buy it just today for $99.99. Call now to the numbers on the screen. 111-222-33333 or the other number 444-555-6666 or the other 19-1, 19-2, 19-19.
At the beginning of Animal Farm, we were told that the old mayor had a strange dream the night before and wanted to communicate it to the other animals. He was extremely intelligent and had the power to convince other people, just as other leaders that had ruled the world before.
There, comrades, is the answer to all our problems. It is summed up in a single word: man. Man is the only real enemy we have. Remove man from the scene, and the root cause of hunger and overwork is abolished forever.
Everyone listened to him, and every animal was convinced. In his last speech, he decided to teach a song for everyone to remember what he had to say.
Beast of England, beast of Ireland, beast of every land and clime, hearken to my joyful tidings of the golden future time. Sooner or later, day is coming, tyrant man shall be overthrown, and the fruitful fields of England shall be trod by beasts alone. Rings shall vanish from our noses, and the harness from our back. Bit and spur shall rust forever, cruel whips no more shall crack. Riches more than man can picture, wheat and barley, oats and hay, clover beans and mango wurzels shall be ours upon the day. Bright will shine the fields of England, purer shall its waters be. Sweeter yet shall blow its breezes on the day that sets us free. For the day we all must labor, thought we die before it breaks. Cows and horses, geese and turkeys, almost door for freedom's sake. Beast of England, beast of Ireland, beast of every land and clime, hearken well and spread my tidings of the golden future time.
This is a technique that a lot of leaders have used to teach the people things in a way that they won't forget and that everyone understands. He proposes also 7 commandments that no one will forget. The base of propaganda.
Es todo aquello que se brinda sin reservas, una flor, un beso, la ternura del amor. La Navidad es todo aquello que nos hace recordar que la vida es bella, que diciembre es amor. Navidad. Te acompaña con cariño.
Whatever goes upon 2 legs is an enemy. Whatever goes upon 4 legs or has wings is a friend. No animal shall wear clothes. No animal shall sleep in a bed. No animal shall drink alcohol. No animal shall kill another animal. And finally, all animals are equal.
3 days later of this speech, he died naturally, but left the world leaving his legacy and ideas to the other animals. The animals created animalism, easily comparable with the communism.
Communism and animalism are based on 2 main pillars. Those pillars are, first, to eliminate the private sector that concentrates the capital in only one part of the society, and the second pillar is to give an employment to all the people for concentrating the capital in the state, and that the states redistribute it for all the people again.
Animals, after their leader did not do what he was supposed to, people became crazy and decided to form a revolution.
Then pigs became leaders, and there were no humans in the farm. Animals start to progress and work together, and they start to make commit of government, and 2 of the pigs start to see their difference, just as Stalin and Lenin.
The animals decided to create their own flag. It was green, representing the fertile lands of England, and it had a horn and a hoof on it, representing the animals themselves. As you can see, this flag is very, very similar to the Soviet Union flag.
Napoleon takes a part of the people and makes them the police, specifically 3 puppies that became ferocious dogs.
Napoleon is corrupt, opportunistic. He only shows an interest in having power. He has a profile similar to that of Stalin. He represents a political tyrant that causes fear in people. On the other hand, Snowball, he has moral defects. He's enthusiastic about great projects. He's fervent. He is convinced of ideals. The rivalry between these 2 starts to grow.
I mean, the fear was present in the area, because the other farmers thought that they could experience something similar to Mr. Jones, the owner of the farm.
We will help Mr. Jones to recover his ranch. I mean, they are just animals.
This battle was named the Battle of Cowshed.
The farmers of the area decide to form an against relation against the animals and form a rebellion against them. And unfortunately, a human was killed by Boxer, the horse.
Boxer is one of the most sympathetic animal in the farm. He represents hard work and fellowship. He was a little stupid and naive because he just trusts the system completely.
Molly has disappeared. I mean, I was working as I always do when she just vanished. I'm very sad as everyone to lose a
The
comrade.
rivalry between Napoleon and Snowball was increasing. One main reason of this could be the windmill. Snowball wanted to build a windmill to reduce the works that everyone had to do. Napoleon, with his dictatorship terms, opposed this idea, compared to Stalin's inefficiency.
One clear example of this was the 5-year plans that Stalin made. They were plans based on economy that didn't work at all.
This rivalry became very, very toxic. Napoleon took this chance, and now, with his fully grown dogs, he attacked poor Snowball and decided to kick him out of the farm.
As Napoleon wasn't happy with Snowball staying in the farm, he decided to send his police, that were the 3 puppies that he was indoctrinating since they were little, and they just kick Snowball out by chasing him.
In the cold of winter, the animals struggle to rebuild the windmill and fall short of food. In order to feed the other animals of the farm, Napoleon decides to sell 400 eggs a week. The animals were shocked because this is one of the most important complaints of the old major about the cruelty of selling eggs. In order that the hens rebuild, Napoleon responds by cutting the food of the hens, and because of that 9 hens died. Afterwards, there were rumors of Snowball sneaking to the farm and destroying the work of the animals, and they were very shocked.
The animals were very sad since Snowball left, because he was a very good comrade for them. He led the battle of the cowshed. So, to fight this sentiment of sadness, Napoleon decides, through his propaganda, to destroy the image of Snowball, and states that he created a conspiracy to sabotage the farm's work. He then proceeds to accuse certain animals of being a part of this conspiration, and decides to take extreme measures and orders his dogs to attack the animals. 4 pigs are then killed, and the hens, that were the ones that rebelled against the idea of selling eggs, are also killed. And even Boxer, the most loyal animal, is also attacked, but he manages to defend himself. The animals are sad, seeing the state of their glorious rebellion.
When we talk about Napoleon, it's very easy to compare him to other dictators like Stalin or Mussolini, because he just, with all this power that he had, he became a little crazy and just began taking actions without a lot of thinking. For example, when he killed the pigs, he was killing his allies without a reason. Napoleon became the supreme leader of the farm, and it became so dictatorship that he was regarded with all the prizes and things that were possible. And also he changed like the constitution of the farm. The 7 commandments were changed, and they told that they were false, the past commandments.
My comrades, I
want to thank all of you because of the beautiful poem that you wrote for your leader. And I also have big news for the farm. I decided to change the commandment that said, no animal shall be killed, to no animal shall be killed without a reason.
Then the animals finally can find a buyer from the wood that they were trying to sell a long time ago. And the buyer was Mr. Frederick, a human. So he bought the wood, but he gave some fake money to the animals and then attacked the farm without any explanation and destroyed the windmill that was being reconstructed, and all the animals were very, very enraged. Then some animals were killed in the battle against humans, and also Boxer was injured very badly. Then at the end, Napoleon says that that they will win the battle, and as they make humans go, he made a ceremony, and all animals had faith again.
After the terrible attack from Mr. Frederick, the animals decide to start rebuilding the windmill one more time. Also, the government finally declares Animal Farm a real republic, and Napoleon, through a unanimous vote, gets selected as the president of this new republic. Boxer, while working at this new windmill, he collapses and he begins feeling a lot of pain. So the animals decide to bring him to a human hospital for them to cure him. So when the supposedly ambulance arrives at the farm, the animals, Benjamin, the donkey, discovers that it is not an ambulance, but a truck that is going to take Boxer to a slaughterhouse. So the animals start to freak out, and Boxer dies.
Years pass. The animals finally complete the new windmill, but some animals died of age. The windmill did not use for generating electricity, but it was used for another tasks. The pigs and dogs lived very well, but the other animals had to work very hard to live good. One day, Squealer takes the sheep off to teach them a new chant. After that, they saw Napoleon walking with two legs and a whip. They were very scared. Then the sheep started to sing the new chant, that there was 4 legs good, 2 legs better. The animals were very scared. They started to read the others' commandments, and there was a new commandment that said, all animals are equal, but some animals are more equal. Napoleon started to dress more like a human. He started to smoke a pipe. He started to dress like a human. Then some humans of other farms started to come to the animal farm, and they started to make like an arrangement with Napoleon. The pigs were shocked. They saw the intentions that Napoleon had. The intentions were in the very beginning that he wanted to collaborate with the humans of the other farms. Then Napoleon went to the house and started to play cards with the humans. The animals that So they started to say that he didn't recognize Napoleon like a pig, but they started to say that he was a human.
Napoleon was sick of power, and he began to act more and more like Stalin. And he, this story tells us how communism begins with a very beautiful seeing way of seeing it, but then it converts in something very bad. That's why democracy is better.